Back in the fall of 2013, Teen Life received a call about a parent meeting that had happened in the community of Southlake. And this parent meeting was basically a group of parents and local leaders who were looking out for the mental health needs of students. And this particular meeting, one of the students from the local high school got up and spoke with a group of her friends and basically asked, hey, we need help. They had lost a friend to suicide. They had lost friends to cancer. They had lost friends to illness. Basically, her plea was, our friends are dying and we don't feel like anyone's helping us out. And so from the courage of that young lady, started this support group that lasted almost a year long. And this particular support group was unique because while most of our groups are a little shorter, this group was an open forum where anyone could come, sit down, and be heard on a weekly basis. Now, this would never have happened if it wasn't for the open door, namely a really great counselor named Annie Tam, who helped us every single week find a place to meet, help us secure lunch, and help us to find a place for our students to be able to talk. So this story that you're about to hear is from Annie Tam, who is the counselor, and then Jennifer Smiley, who was Jennifer Anderson back then, and they're going to reflect back 10 years after the fact, from 2013 now 2023, on the impact that had then and how their lives look now. Enjoy. So, from your recollection when you were a counselor in the school district, tell us a little bit about the struggles that you remember seeing in the student body back then, just stuff that was presenting in your office at that time.
Yeah, I mean, there were a lot of pressures that there still are. Academic pressures, social pressures, just people not maybe having a safe space to open up and talk about what they're going through. I was kind of that classroom that they came and hung out with and really opened up and, talked to me about their problems and what was going on and asked for direction, advice. Really, that led me into wanting to go back to school for counseling because I thoroughly enjoyed that. And although I love teaching, I just really enjoyed that, one-on-one and supporting the teens.
I wasn't at the original meeting where this was all brought up. It was you guys talking to the parent group, the Spark group, about you guys had a lot of friends that were struggling during that time. What is your memory of speaking to that group? If it didn't happen that way, and I'm making that up, if it was different, just kind of talk through that a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's how I remember it. We had one of our friends committed suicide. So it was Clayton's best friend. So that whole friend group, we were really struggling, and we were not just wanting to sit there and not do anything about it. We wanted to kind of stand up to we can't just sit here and let go of it because one person is too many.
Around maybe 2011, whenever we started, talking about teen life and bringing them on campus as a part of kind of the emotional support that we bring on. For us as school counselors, there's a limited amount of time that we can really do the actual counseling and being there one-on-one with students and in groups because there's just so many jobs that we have as school counselors. So it was really exciting to have Teen Life come in as an outside group.
We worked with Miss Tam and to get that Spark meeting together to talk about suicide prevention.
What gave you the courage to be able to stand up and say, we need help?
So I've always been big on trying to step up and make a change. So for me, I was like, one person is too many. If I can, change one person's life or one person's perspective and help them, then my life goal is complete. And I thought, that would be the best way to start.
What was some of your earliest memories of our Teen Life group that we did at Carroll Senior High?
It really just was like a safe place to go to and talk. I remember there would be some days that maybe we just needed to sit and eat in, silence, or sometimes we had stuff to get off our chest, or sometimes it was just nothing. It was just hanging out with friends. For if there's anything going on, any emotions, little or small, we could talk about it there.
So how is life now?
Mental health is still a big thing, and I try to, in my relationships, having that experience and being able to succeed with that, it gives me a lot of hope and courage to be able to, going into my adulthood, be able to continue with that. There's kids that are struggling in school and not wanting to go, or they have, stuff going on in their home life or at school. It really, really, really helps to have a group that you can just go and talk to.
The pressures in 2013 were enormous, and now in 2023, the pressures only have risen, right? Just social, emotional pressures, just the anxiety. I think now it's needed more than ever to have that additional resource and just be that space that is safe and affirming, accepting, and to just be there for the students. I hope you guys keep going.
Hi. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been so long.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever.
Oh,
It's so good to see you.
I know.
I follow you on Facebook.
Yes.
So I know a little bit.
Imagine the courage that it took for a young high schooler to stand up in front of a bunch of adults to say, we need help. And that's what teen life groups are based upon, is this idea of courage, that we all have a whole lot more in us than we would ever know to be able to speak up on behalf of not only ourselves, but our friends. This video, looking back 10 years, is something we have never been able to do before, to be able to look and see how did teen life have an impact over time. And we see in this video the power of just a few weeks of group and how that changed lives over the span of 10 years. And guys, that's why we're here tonight. That's why we're here to gather together, to make a difference, to make sure that so many more teenagers have opportunities to be part of groups like this.